This is Mike Kitko, and there's only one reason I created this video, and that's to help move the needle in your life and business. If you find any inspiration, if you get any value out of this video, I would ask you to subscribe to my channel, drop me a like, drop me a comment, share it with your friends so I can spread the message. If you're like me, you want to have it all, and that journey to having it all continues right now. I'm coming up on 5 years of transition in my life. In March of 2016, I absolutely hit rock bottom. I had nothing. I didn't have physical health. My career had just collapsed and my family was on the verge of dissolution. I was 300 pounds. I was in active alcoholism. I had no energy, no enthusiasm, and I had no vitality in my entire body. I had nothing to give the world. My career had just collapsed. I had just gotten terminated from my second executive position in about 20 months after a long, successful run in corporate America. And my family was in a state of physical, emotional, and mental abuse and conflict between me and my wife and me and my children and everybody in my household. It was just a state of chaos. And when I realized that at that point that I had nothing, it was a matter of starting to rebuild and put it all back together, not make small changes, but put it all back together. And I had a lot of time on my hands. So I started networking and I started meeting people. And I happened to run into a couple of really happy, successful, healthy millionaires, people that were more successful than most people that I've ever met in my life. And I met these magical people that had not just health and wealth, but they also had a lot of love in their heart, and they had empathy and compassion. And they started pulling me into their circle, and they saw the ambition and the drive that I had to make significant changes in my life. So they decided to start helping me, and they pulled me into their masterminds and their circles and their friend groups. I wasn't sure at the time why they saw what they saw in me, but I sure am appreciative that they did. And I found myself in mastermind groups with these guys, and I was in a state of jealousy and envy with these guys. I wanted what they had so bad, and I was jealous, really jealous of what they had and what they had attained. And over time, I went from being jealous of these millionaires to one of their closest friends and confidants to now coaching those millionaires. Some of those same millionaires are in my coaching groups, the ones that help pick me up off the mat. And what these guys taught me, the way they helped me make this transition is if you focus on your self-worth, if you focus on accepting yourself, loving yourself, respecting yourself, appreciating yourself, if you focus on completely accepting and loving who you are, then your net worth will grow by itself. But if you focus solely on growing your net worth, nothing will change with your self-worth. You'll just be a miserable millionaire. Guys, the journey to creating success and happiness in your life, it has nothing to do with what's outside of you. The journey to success and happiness has everything to do with who you are, how much you accept yourself, how much you love yourself, and how much you appreciate yourself. Success and happiness is very much an inside-out job. But that lesson that those guys taught me many years ago still remains. When you focus on your self-worth, everything else expands. When you focus on growing your self-worth, your self-esteem, your love of yourself and who you are, and fully accepting what you have to offer, you just can't lose.